Hey everyone, it's Chantel. This is going to be a bit of a long video, so try and listen to the whole thing if you have time, because I have a lot of information. This is keto for beginners, kind of common question answers. What do I eat? How much do I eat? How much fat? How much percentages? What's going to work for me? Those kinds of things is what I'm going to tackle. Personal preference, all that. So, first of all, I think this is the best way for me to start this is personal preference and watching YouTube videos. If you look at the people that you're following, I definitely could be 150. I weigh about 170-ish. That's where my body really likes to be right now. I can eat more, I can eat less. I just kind of fluctuate up and down between 170 to 180 is really where my body feels comfortable. And I don't like to feel like I'm starving, and I don't like to feel like I can't eat out or enjoy food, that this is a pretty stable weight for me. This is also the smallest I've ever been as an adult. I'm a size 5'6" in jeans, so I can't be that bad, or, and I carry a ton of muscle. 120 pounds of me is muscle. So, but I look fairly fit. I don't feel flabby. I don't feel big. I feel pretty good. I would just like my stomach to be a bit smaller. That's where I'd really like that to go. But my legs, everything else looks really good. I'm quite happy with the way my body looks now. Now, what I'm saying is, I know what it would take. I know how to lose weight now. I could make myself weigh 150. I could do that. Could I say that I could maintain that or be happy? That I really don't know. Because I have to work extremely, extremely hard, and it's very grueling work for me to push to get to that low, because I literally have to restrict everything except for protein and vegetables, literally, to hit those weights. Like, it's hard for me. Like, even if I cheated and just had like a little extra food or a piece of cake or something, then I probably just would not lose that weight. I was working my day down to I got to 168. And I couldn't even keep that. It was like, ugh. So I'm like, maybe this is my body's new stabilizing point for a while. And for those of you who don't know, I do have health issues. So what I'm trying to say with that is, if you watch videos, look at the people you're following. You might have seen their videos and they lost all that weight, but what are their recent videos? What have they showed you lately? Did they lose all that weight and now are gaining it back, or couldn't maintain it, or change their lifestyle approach? Because that's a lot of what I've seen. And I thought they had good advice, but, over the maintenance and the long haul is you could lose weight very quickly. Absolutely. You can do that. You can knock that out if you need to. But are you going to keep that? Are you going to end up going right back to the way you used to eat because you're trying to stop yourself? So, you have to figure out where's a happy medium, where's that balance for you. Because I don't want you guys to struggle with that or to gain weight back and feel very frustrated, because I've been there. I know what that feels like, and it's horrible, and it makes you not want to try anymore. So to avoid that, just be careful. I see people who are on diets are like, no, I'm just not going to eat any cookies till I weigh this weight, and they're extremely strict. But I get really nervous because I'm like, oh, because you don't know how to balance eating cookies. The second you try to eat cookies, they're going to blow up. And then if they try to start adding things back in, their weight's going to go up. And instead of knowing how to put it back down, like I've figured out, their weight's going to go up, and then they're going to feel frustrated. They're not going to do, or it's going to slowly creep up on them. Versus what I've been doing is I kind of keep a very medium balance. That's why I'm kind of stabilized here, is that I'm slowly letting my body do its own thing. So I lose a few pounds a month, and that's all I really am focused on. I would love to lose weight quicker. Who wouldn't? But can I maintain that? Is that going to be something I can keep for the rest of my life and to stop me from getting back up to where I used to be? So those are the important things to consider. Be careful of who you're listening to and getting advice from on YouTube or wherever else. Some of these videos and people you're watching, they dropped keto a long time ago, and you're following basically bad advice. So just be aware of that. I've been on this diet for over 6 months now. I started in August 2015, and it is now, gosh, almost pretty much April 2016. So I've gotten this figured out. I lost the bulk of my weight right away, and then I slowly started phasing it in because I needed to get some of that weight off right away. Now, common questions, things like that. How much fat? How to start? How do I lose weight? If you just start adding in keto stuff, you will start to lose weight. You will. And that'll prove it to you, and you'll want to do even more. So the rule of thumb is don't gauge how much fat, protein, anything. You want to have an idea of carbs, which is 20 to 30 grams if you want to go full out keto for a while. Everything else does not really matter. Your body will just figure it out. Honestly, go to what you're used to eating and just tweak it to keto. So if you normally eat sandwiches, why don't you try going to a tortilla or using lettuce instead as a wrap? Just start eating meat and vegetables at every meal. Just have things prepped. It could be whatever you want. Do it low sugars. You know, it's just pretty easy. That's how I started. It was very basic eating. I'd literally take hamburger and some vegetables, take a couple seasonings, mix it up. If I liked it, I made it again. If I didn't make it again. It was really that simple. I didn't want to get too creative because I was worried about messing it up. I kept my diet so simple that I knew what was working, when it worked, when it didn't work, because I would know the next day. And I do about 8 ounces of protein is what I like to do. If I felt hungry, I ate all that protein. If I didn't, I ate what I felt like, and I put the rest in the fridge. But my rule of thumb was about 8 ounces of protein for breakfast or for lunch and for dinner, with 1 to 2 cups of vegetables at each meal. Sometimes it was a salad, sometimes it was cooked vegetables. It just depends on how I feel on that day. So that's literally as creative as I ever got. And breakfast was either a protein shake or eggs, pretty much. And then lunch sometimes was even a protein shake if I was too busy. And then I would sometimes have a snack in between, and I'd always do like a little treat before I went to bed. So just finding the way you like to eat, just start swapping things out. Instead of doing ice cream and bread or whatever you did before you went to bed, try having like 1 piece of chocolate or 1 tablespoon of peanut butter. You know, just start playing around with some things, or a piece of cheese. Maybe you don't even need to do something sweet. You know, just start playing with that, or a little bit of pork rinds before you go to bed. I don't know. You have to decide what works for you. And that's kind of the easy thing to do. I also, sorry, I'm really itchy. I wanted to mention one other thing, and I'm trying to remember what that was. Oh, darn it. Well, that's pretty good for now. I have more videos to do anyways.